Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm Brian Yacono. When the Democrat-controlled Maine House of Representatives voted to censure Republican Laurel Libby of Auburn earlier this year, she was told that if she apologized for what she did, she would once again be allowed to participate in debates and votes in the chamber. She didn't. Instead, she sued. And today, the U.S. Supreme Court said while that lawsuit is in the courts, that censure should be put on hold. News Center Maine's Donovan Lynch at the State House tonight with more on the ruling and Libby's reaction to it. Donovan Lynch with the major news of the day today at the State House. Donovan, thank you. Well, after months of speculation he may run for governor, Representative Jared Golden said today he is going to seek another term in Congress. If he wins, this would be his 5th term. Golden says he is running because the, quote, surest way to restore balance in Washington is for Democrats to win back the House of Representatives, end quote. That election, mind you, is not until November of 2026. But Golden is already facing a heavyweight challenge. Former Maine Governor Paul LePage is seeking the Republican nomination for the 2nd Congressional District. He threw his hat into the ring last week. LePage's campaign pointed out that in the 3 times he ran for governor, including the last time when he lost to Janet Mills, he won the overall vote in the 2nd District. The Church of Safe Injection, which is in Lewiston, is preparing now to reopen tomorrow after a temporary pause. That harm reduction group provides critical services to people who use injectable drugs. The church has operated on Main Street since 2022, offering clean syringes, safe disposal, medical testing, and peer support. The pause in those services followed the end of a state-funded pilot program, and it gave staff time to regroup and reassess their funding. Leaders say many clients are unhoused and at high risk for infection like hepatitis and HIV.
Anything that we can do to provide education and safer offerings for people so that they can be as safe and healthy as they are able to be is what we're here and committed to do.
Lewiston's mayor says he is encouraged by ongoing conversations with the church about reducing needle waste and balancing the needs of the community there. A new 30-unit housing proposal in Bangor promises to provide some key services and shelter for those experiencing homelessness there. The plan comes after the city's largest homeless encampment closed late last year, and plans to open another housing options have fallen behind. News Center Maine's Christian Harsa has more on what the potential advocates feel the new housing plan holds. When we come back right here, why people who live near a proposed rock quarry say they are not giving up their fight to keep it from happening. As News Center Maine at 6 continues. Well, the heydays for quarries in Maine are long gone, but there are still a few, and most of them are using the stone they harvest for gravel. One such quarry has been approved now in the town of Alfred, and a group of residents there want the town to stop it from happening. But as News Center Maine's Pearl Small reports, town leaders say their hands are tied. Keith's forecast is coming up after the break. And then meet a young man for all seasons, the latest inductee into the News Center Maine Varsity Club. We recently reported on the Maine Connectivity Authority's loss of about $35 million in federal funding for digital equity programs, many of them in more rural parts of our state. Well, one organization that's been affected is the Case Memorial Library. It's in Kentucky. Staff there say the federal money went directly to providing device rentals along with classes teaching things like digital safety. The librarian, Wendy Cousins, says she's seen firsthand the impact these resources have on her community, especially for older residents.
We don't all know how to do this stuff, and we need to be able to help the ones that don't know so that they'll feel more comfortable. You know, we don't want our older generation to feel left out.
Cousins says the library's digital classes and device rentals are funded by the Maine Connectivity Authority as well as the National Digital Equity Center. That center says they'll continue those programs. They may have to adjust the minimum attendance sizes for their classes. Aside from just the clouds, we have a lot to track coming our way for Thursday.
Yeah, some real rain coming in Thursday. Until then, we're just kind of gloomy. That's where we're at today.
Seniors all across the state right now on the cusp of finishing up their high school careers. Graduations will be happening next month, of course. One student athlete at Windham High School will have a lot to be proud of when that time comes. News Center Maine's Sam Olson introduces us to Carter Engelman, the newest member of the varsity club.